Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Rosa here of Splat Communications and Simplified Strategic Solutions. But before we start, please allow us to make a few requests. Please don't skip ads. This allows us to remain independent. Please subscribe if you have not done so yet. We promote a healthy discourse in the comment section. Just be mindful of the words you choose, as this is a direct reflection of you as a person.
As a model for the PH in terms of energy sourcing and generation, both sides discussed the economy and the plans in this area of the incoming administration. Some of the prospective activities to commemorate 75 years of Philippine-France relations were also discussed, and briefly discussed towards the end of the meeting were the Indo-Pacific area and strategy, as well as issues of overseas Filipinos in France. The courtesy call, on the other hand, by His Excellency Luc Veron, head of the EU delegation to the Philippines, began with President-elect Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Ambassador Luc Veron discussing various issues on Philippines and the European Union relations, including development cooperation, which includes support for the peace process in Mindanao, plus trade, disaster prevention, rule of law, good governance, and human rights. They also discussed the situation in Ukraine and how it had been affecting Europe and the Philippines. We'll take questions after the second announcement. We have new designated cabinet nominees, the first of which is Maria Sinaida Anking for Secretary of the Presidential Management Staff. She comes with the professional experience in the fields of public service and administration, and international relations and diplomacy. She is a three-term congresswoman who advocated legislative measures that promoted diplomatic relations, tourism, development, public health and education, women and children's welfare. She institutionalized necessary infrastructure that promoted sustainable self-reliance and empowerment, especially of the marginalized sector in the 3rd District of Manila. The next nominee is Mayor Cristina Frasco for the Secretary of the Department of Tourism. She is the incumbent mayor of Lilioan in Cebu. She was awarded the prestigious Presidential Lingkod Bayan Regional Award by the Civil Service Commission in its 2021 search for outstanding government workers for her exemplary performance as a local chief executive through proactive initiatives towards innovation in governance and sustainable and inclusive programs fostering excellence in government service. She was a top-performing mayor in Central Visayas, ranking number 1 among the 116 mayors in the entire Region 7, and number 1 among all 44 municipal mayors in the province of Cebu. Next, we have for Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management, Amena Pangandaman. She has over 2 decades of policy development and finance expertise, has led various government offices before landing the role of Managing Director of the Office of the Governor and Executive Offices of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in 2019. She is the former Assistant Secretary of the DBM and former Chief of Staff of the late Senate President Edgardo Angara. For Secretary of the Department of Information and Communications, DICT, the nominee is Ivan John Enrile Uy. He is an expert in technology law, well experienced in information technology project management, and served as chairman of the Commission on Information and Communications Technology for the Philippine government. He oversaw the formulation of the Philippine Digital Strategy from 2011 to 2016. He is an international commercial arbitrator on areas involving IT-related disputes. And finally, as Secretary for the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Mr. Erwin Tulfo. He has been in the public service doing social work in 3 decades, awarded Best Public Service Program Host. He is a 2014 SM Super meaning Salute to Unparalleled People, Endeavors, and Resources Award for media for his coverage of Typhoon Yolanda. He is known for his involvement in covering and helping the Filipinos here and abroad through his social programs and partnership with other organizations. And that's it. We'll take a few questions. Yes, darling. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any venue for the inauguration for the president-elect?
All right, we have no information yet. I think they're still in the process of making some crucial decisions. So right now, no, I'm sorry, no information as of now. But we will inform you as soon as we get the information on the inaugural.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Just for audit purposes, the basis again for the selection of the cabinet.
You want me to read them again?
No, ma'am. I need the general one.
Generally, for their experience in public service and proven service records.
Ma'am, Alice Jackson from Asian Response Press. I had a question about Senator Amena and her role in the President-elect Marcos's administration. Will she have a similar role to Bongo has in the President Duterte's administration as a sort of special assistant to the President?
The role of special assistant to the president has already been filled.
Yes, but she has sort of touted herself or self-nominated herself as like the super sister of the president.
Oh, she really does not need to nominate herself. She is the super sister of the president. So she will remain presidential sister as far as we can see.
But will there be a special role for her? Will she have a special role in the administration?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask Senator Amy that. Right now, she's a sitting senator.
My name?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
May na-defer po na appointment sa Senate, yung mga officials from Comelec o aside from the Senator Dswd, gusto lang daw niya nabigyan ng free hand yung next administration na pumili at kumilatis ng mauupong official doon. Meron po bang plano si Pbbm na mag-appoint ng panibagong mga tao sa
Well, we have not been informed of any plans yet. As far as I know, since this is a late development, we will have to refer to the President-elect. Perhaps we'll come up with a statement as soon as possible.
So you want to know the DOE, Energy Department, parang may lumabas na si Congressman Marcoleta raw po sa mga Twitter.
I'm afraid, unless we've made the announcement, nothing is final yet.
the 5 cabinet secretaries you mentioned, have they accepted already or
Yes.
are they? Okay.
Wala pa po.
Ma'am, I have a question about dun sa meeting with the EU representative.
Yes.
Considering that European Parliamentary Resolution in last February issued a resolution calling for the abolition of the NTSL Act and amendment of the Anti-Terrorism Act, will there be a heightened monitoring of the Philippines' compliance with the GST plus conditions?
Will there be a...
Heightened monitoring of the Philippines' compliance with the GST plus
I'm afraid no policy has yet been set on that. As you know, the President is still President-elect. So such a policy will have to be formulated once official communications have been made and he is actually the sitting President. Okay?
Confirmation lang on reports that pinalok daw ni President-elect Marcos si President Duterte ng role as drug shark.
Oh, that was during the interview he conducted, the first interview, post-proclamation interview. His words were, it wasn't a formal invitation, but if he should want to, then he certainly would be considered.
Last question.
Yes?
Ang bagong report ng DMTI, yung Maritime Transparency Initiative, may
Yes.
na-report silang 2 insidente ng pang-haras ng China Coast Guard.
at militia sa Filipino vessels sa Ayungin Shoal nitong April. Ang sabi ng director ng PMTI, the long-term plan for China seems to be to make it so dangerous and costly that the Philippines abandons the Sierra Madre, yung nakasadsad na pagpuputol sa Ayungin Shoal. Now my question is, will the Marcos admin pull out our personnel in BRP Sierra Madre or stay lang yung mga sundalo natin doon despite ng ganitong harassment in China?
President-elect Marcos's foreign policy has not changed, but since this is new information, we'll have to get a further statement, if ever, on that one. For the moment, he's not yet the sitting president, so these matters should be addressed first by President Rodrigo Duterte.
Ma'am, follow-up po dun sa China question. Because nagbago, from the campaign, sabi kasi ni President-elect Marcos, hindi na available sa atin yung Hague ruling. But in the interview with you there, sinabi niya, he will use the arbitral ruling. What changed? Nag-change ba? Should we see this as a pivot to the U.S.?
The foreign policy has not changed, but as of the moment, since he is not yet the sitting president, the details will have to be worked out when he is actually the architect of our foreign policy.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Well, what can you say? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment portion. We have reached the end of today's video. In behalf of my partner Rina and the rest of the Splat Communications and Simplified Strategic Solutions team, thank you. Till next time. Stay safe. Rosa out. Bye.